I will poke at her with the sheath of my sword.
What?
Lightning, you feel something poking you from beneath.
Oh, how?
Actually, how high up are you in your tree, Lightning?
She is 10 feet up in the air. Well, how tall is the tree?
I mean, the trees are quite tall here, so, I mean, if you want to start cutting down branches and stuff, you could get higher.
Nah, she'll be 10 feet. That's high enough, right?
It's quite
Oh,
tall
shit.
here, so, I mean... Oh,
Which means the lower they are, the thicker they'll be.
alright, so you're 10 feet up, so you're going to have to jump to attempt to try and poke Lightning. Actually, no, you can just about reach 10 foot up with reach and stuff, so yeah. You're just about to poke her from underneath.
Lightning pokes her head out the tent.
It's about your watch time.
Oh, goody. As she hops out the tent. Ah. Lightning will use prestidigitation to wake up Milk Thistle with a... just like a bell ringing noise by his ears.
Well, it wouldn't be that time. You've only just been woken up. It'll be
Oh no, she'll do it anyway.
So, anything else you're saying, Alexandrite, or just wake him up?
I think I will mention the voice and what we discussed.
You know, if this was like any other place, I'd say you're going crazy, but I completely believe you. And it told us to leave.
Yes. Says the stone we're looking for is not in the area.
And it asked you about what you wanted to do with the stone.
Yes, it seems to have been able to tell that I am of righteous heart.
Huh.
And that's why it spoke to me and apparently not the rest of the party.
Well, it seems rather protective of this guardian. Perhaps the guardian might know something that we don't about the stone.
Perhaps, but I think we should wait till morning and then discuss it with the rest. I just wanted you to know in case something happened.
Alright. You may roll
and Alexander, it's going to kiss Lightning before he goes to sleep.
Oh, man. She'll kiss back.
Alright. Lightning, you may roll me perception.
Yep, she will also wake up Milk Thistle with a prestidigitation.
Okay, when it comes to it you can, but you've got a bit of a watch before that happens.
Oh no, she's doing it anyway.
Oh,
yeah,
even though it's nowhere near midnight.
At midnight.
Yeah, she just doesn't want to wait till midnight. So
Okay,
she doesn't exactly have a clock on her, she won't know exactly when midnight is, so she just does it then.
Well, there are ways to try and work it out, but if you want to wake him up as soon as your watch starts, I won't stop you.
Yep. And then she will go to hide in the trees and take watch.
So am I... Oh, that's a good stealth roll.
Oh, damn.
Wow. Doubling down.
I'm never going to get that luck again.
Alright,
Buy a lottery ticket.
You're woken up, Milk Fizzle, by lightning before they quickly disappear up into the tree line.
All right, Milk Thistle stands up out of his bedroll and stretches, popping back in his hips. He looks around, and what time of night is it?
Difficult to tell exactly what it is, but you know you have been woken up early, probably about an hour and a half early. Actually, no, probably. How long will watch this? Probably about almost 3 hours early, I would say.
3 hours early. Where is the moon? Can we see it?
No, you would have to go above the trees to properly see it. But your sense and connection to your deity gives you an idea of how close it might be, but not 100% on. Survival will help you narrow it down.
I'll do that then.
So it's not quite 3 hours. It is only about 2 hours out of when you should be up. But it does mean you'll be awake for longer than you were anticipating.
Milk Thistle stretches again, and he just says aloud, "It's too early. Wake me up in 2 hours." He lies back down and goes to sleep.
She just stares from the trees. All he can see is the slightly glowing eyes. when she does a shapeshift.
Which he promptly ignores and goes back to sleep.
Lightning. So you are greeted again with all the same sort of noises and what have you in the vicinity of the woods that were previously. But you are able to sort of see. It's almost like the forest itself is playing tricks on you. You're quite sure that the eyes that are watching you aren't actually eyes, and maybe it's just tricks on your mind. But you're quite sure that there is something at a distance, quite a large distance, but you can just pick it up now and then, is moving around your camp.
Can she get a look at it?
It's too far out for you to be able to see it.
She will attempt to get a better look and move close.
Do you have dark vision?
She does not, but
Then you'll be
as I
very
was doing earlier, I can get the light on there without even revealing my position.
That's like 220 feet.
As she stays hidden in the tree.
All right. You will get a brief glimpse of something as you cast the light where you can just about spot something. You will get a very quick look before it suddenly disappears. Roll me perception. I want to see how well you might perceive it based on the description I'm going to give you.
Come on, not 20.
Where's my perception? 14? Not bad. Not good, but not bad.
Because it's a sudden flash of light, it takes moments for your eyes to try and refocus on what you see. You don't see a lot, but you do see this.
Oh, are you?
I am whispering it, yes.
Oh.
Mm.
Hang on. Make sure I just spell that word right, because... Yeah, I did. Cool. Okay.
Oh, you DM'd. Oh, wait, no.
It's a whisper in Roll20.
Huh? Lightning is gonna fly out there and try and find this thing. As she tries to be stealthy in the trees and try and get a look for where this thing is.
Roll me another perception.
Okay.
I will point out, it didn't move, it just disappeared from where it was.
So I can teleport.
You fly over to where your dancing light is. You're not able to make out anything other than what seems to be the normal sort of ominous noises.
Can I get a position as to where I would be?
You would have been 100. You've moved 100 feet to the west, basically.
All right, she'll fly back and try and look around even more. As now I'm curious. Is this the Guardian or something else?
I'm just seeing you with like goggles or like binoculars, just looking through.
The issue here is you having to rely on your hearing more than your sight at this point.
Hang on. Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
there are areas where light from the moon does glimmer down, and you can see sort of in those sort of areas off in the distance, and that's what alerted you originally. But at the moment, you're not hearing or seeing anything.
She will dispel her dancing lights and listen carefully to see if she can hear the creature again.
Okay. So
Come on.
you strain your ears as best as you can, but nothing else seems to be standing.
I know if I cast dancing lights, it's just going to keep out the light as much as possible. Lightning is gonna take a gamble here. She's gonna start walking out of the camp, staying stealthy, of course, in the trees, and try and like walk around and patrol to try and get a better look at what's going on, or a better hearing, even.
How far are you willing to travel away from the camp?
I am willing to travel about 200 feet from the camp.
Right. Okay. And it is going to be very dark. How are you planning to navigate that?
Lightning will use dancing lights occasionally to light up the area around her so she can keep her bearings, while staying sneaky in the trees to avoid predators.
All right. So you start exploring a perimeter of 200 feet around the camp.
Up to 200 feet, as in she's like slowly getting further and further away.
All right. So you spend a good amount of time. It's probably roughly on. You've got up to about 150 feet out at this point. When you almost trip over something as you're moving through one of the sort of more careful west areas. I need a reflex save.
Reflex? Okay. Her immediate. Oh god, it's a trap. Defense is reflex. Oh damn.
Well, despite the fact that it's dark, you probably you trip a little bit, and then the moment just sort of dawns on you what you might have just tripped on, and you hit the ground as quick as you can, as literally something, you feel it sort of just brush the tip of your head as you duck, and it slams into a tree next to you. The rest of you are all roll me perception, because this is quite loud.
Oh, it's quite a loud bang.
Yeah. As it suddenly sort of crashes into the tree next to you. You need to... there's only 3 of you. So yes, all of you, excuse me, would be jolted awake at the sudden crash in the forest. You do hear sort of commotion of birds suddenly chirping and then quiet down very quickly, and there seems to be more of a scuffle going on. But after that initial sort of bang, it quiets down to its normal sort of low growls and rumbles in the distance.
Alexander will draw his blade and take a look around. Lightning.
Milk Thistle jumps up out of his bag and shakes Nightshine awake.
Milk Thistle would have known that she would be in the tree somewhere if she's still there.
You'll be 150 feet away.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that's the last place that she was seen.
That's the last place Milk saw her, but the noise came in this direction.
It came sort of off in the east direction. So,
Yeah.
sort of off that.
Yeah, Alexander will, with his light sword, will take a walk over.
Alright.
Her token isn't there. It's just sort of somewhere.
Yeah, I know. Your takers just said. The map isn't 150 feet.
I've just put her in the corner over here somewhere.
Corner out the way. Go into the naughty corner.
Milk
no,
Thistle Milk Thistle will slowly follow behind Alexandrite, and he's going to cast Bull Strength on him.
Just
Touches you on the back
and
and you become a buff boy.
What's up?
The poor dog and mule, man.
Lightning, anything you're planning to do?
Lightning will try and look for a mechanism and try and disable that trap that just sort of almost killed her as she uses dancing lights to light up the area.
You guys suddenly see lights light up about 120 feet away from you.
All right, I will run towards those lights.
Maybe have it ready. Maybe don't set the entire forest on fire.
God.
When you start getting closer, you will see what looks like one of the. It looks like a log, what has basically wooden spikes placed in it, and it's basically jammed next to another stump. The lights are moving around. It does appear to be a lightning flying around, looking over this trap. Lightning, you could tell it's been triggered, so has technically been deactivated.
But are there ropes keeping the log suspended in the air then?
It would have been, but it's no longer being suspended in the air. It's now impaled into a tree.
Oh, so it's like literally just like there's no trap left. It's just that.
Yeah, I mean, you literally managed to avoid it by sheer luck.
Nice.
Lightning, what are you doing?
Oh God, I woke you up.
I think you
woke up the entire forest.
Me. I saw something.
What did you see?
Well, I'm going to have less chance of finding it with everyone looking around, but I saw a horse. A white one. And as soon as I lit it up, it disappeared like it teleported.
How large was it?
Quite large, actually.
I was gonna say I don't think there's enough information to do a check on that.
Something that disappeared as soon as I lit it up, and then it. So I'm looking around trying to find it.
You would.
Did you leave the mule and the dog alone? Ah. 8 feet long and 5 feet tall at the shoulder.
Creature that size could easily weigh 2,000 pounds.
Well, it's the size of one of us, pretty much.
No. You guys.
It's quite bigger.
Yeah.
Quite bigger. It's much bigger than us.
Yeah.
Was it an Antian?
An Entian?
Antean, yeah.
Antian?
They are larger ponies.
It could have been, for all I know. I didn't really get a good look at it. And it
Milk
disappeared
Thistle.
as soon as I lit it up.
Milk
So,
Thistle's gonna
I'm...
look around for the large tracks that we've been tracking to see. So that's the 18.
Do you have a light source?
The
Say again?
dancing lights.
I was gonna say also
Oh, yeah.
Alexandroid's sword is lit up.
Well, I mean, he'll probably be searching an area rather than just within the 30 feet of you. So
Yeah, this area we're in.
just the area you're in. The only tracks that you've been able to really find in this vicinity have been like.
Well, Lightning, the only tracks I'm seeing in this area are yours. Are you sure of what you saw?
Like I said, it could disappear. Perhaps it can also teleport. Maybe it doesn't need to leave tracks.
Also, like me, you would have known this is the area you used to be because you've been going out in a circle.
Wait, what?
When you saw the dancing, when you caught it with the dancing lights, it was north from here, but you've been going out in sort of a spiral formation trying to look for anything.
I can take you to the place where I saw it. I just need to get back to the camp.
Alright, we should head back to camp anyway.
Watch out for traps.
Perhaps don't wander too far from the fire in the future. Even if you
Oh.
see or hear things in the woods, we don't need to go chasing after them by ourselves.
Well, I was gonna wake you up anyway. Seems I didn't need to cast prestidigitation again.
It's still too early.
Actually, Lightning going round searching would have taken her quite some time, so you're probably fairly close to where you want to be woken up.
Oh, well, in
Alright.
that case, it's an opportune moment to wake up.
Are you wanting to go to where Lightning saw the creature?
Yeah, we can do that briefly.
All right.
Yeah, Lightning will cast the dancing lights as she jumps up into the trees to leave a trail as to where she's going.
No, that's fine. So you guys head towards the north position to where Lightning believes you have spotted it.
You said it was 100 feet or 100 feet away?
100 feet away, yeah.
Then yeah, she'll head 100 feet to where she believes she saw it.
It'll be another whole screen away, so don't worry too much.
Yep.
You may make another attempt to look for prints.
Lightning will also look.
I'll stay behind with Nightshine in the camp.
Nah. Could I make a perception check instead?
No, it is survival to look for tracks.
Okay.
You're not very good at this, Lightning, but with you, Milk, even though you didn't roll too well, the tracks are still fresh, and you would be able to see them. Oh, I haven't got dancing lights on here. I'll just quickly throw down another campfire just to feed you.
Also,
do that.
Milk Thistle does have low light vision. Could you extend that out a bit for me?
Yeah.
Because I'm not finding any light sources on my own.
All right. You should have a minor amount of sight. There you go. And also put down a campfire as well, just to act as the dancing light. So these are horse prints of a large horse.
Judging from the depth and the spacing, do they match what we've been tracking this whole time?
Yes, it does appear so.
Well, Lightning, it appears you made contact with the very creature we've been trying to track. It's here.
Perhaps it's the Guardian.
It could be. Seems like the Guardian would be something more of a spiritual entity. I wouldn't expect it to be an actual creature.
Well, whatever it is, it knows we're here, and it could be following us.
We've been following it. Perhaps we just caught up to it.
I doubt that if it can so brazenly walk in the middle of the night with no light sources, anything like that. If it wanted to avoid us, it would have been. But I want to, now that I've seen it, I want to get a closer look at it now. I don't intend to hurt it or anything like that. I just want to know what it is.
Best not to do that in the middle of the night while the rest of us are sleeping. If it's here, we'll find it in the morning.
Well, it doesn't seem to like light, for one. And who knows how long it's been following us for.
As I said, we've been following it. I think we just caught up to it.
Perhaps. But
Out of character, I have a theory.
but still.
Thanks for watching.
Let's get back to the camp, as it seems that it's probably going to take some good measures to avoid being found now.
Anyway, my auto character guess, just in case I'm right, is it's a unicorn. Like an actual.
Oh, as
An
lightning
actual
jumps
magical
back into the
unicorn.
tree.
Those are rare.
Lightning comes back and jumps into the tree to hide again.
It is fairly close to your time, Milk. Lightning, you'll probably be being on watch for a short while longer, and then you pass over to Milk.
Lightning will actually spy on Milk Thistle to see what he's doing. Can she roll stealth to stay hidden?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
If you go to hide yourself, there's nothing stopping you.
Well, Milk Thistle, as soon as it is midnight, Milk Thistle is going to go just beyond the edge of the fire. He's going to find a quiet spot, and he's going to kneel down and begin praying aloud. And he'll be speaking softly while taking deep breaths, and he'll say, Mitternacht, wenn die golden Tower tragen, und es heute der Toten klagen, tief im Nachten das Grauen sitzt. Wenn die Hör beginnt zu schlagen, kalter dichter Nebelschwaden, werden den sagt, Mitternacht. Loca inferna in nocte, loca inferna in nocte, animo way in neighbor, Mitternacht. And he continues praying and concentrating on the divine power of his god for the next hour and replenishes all of his spells, including 2 level 1 spells of Lesser Restoration, which he will cast on himself to repair his destroyed muscle tissue to regain his strength.
Understood. If you do that right away, you can roll your 1d4s.
All right, first 1d4.
Yep.
All right, he restores 3 points of strength. He needs simply 2 more to be back at full health.
Okay. Do you wish to cast the second one?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Damn.
Okay.
So while praying and concentrating on his god, and the night of the Mitternacht rolls over the entire place just outside the light of the fire, Milk Thistle's body returns to normal. And he will continue on his watch for a second hour. And he'll
So what
be
German
just,
song was that?
that was Mitternacht by En Nomine. It is a beautiful Gothic song with a mixture of German and Latin. I can post it for you. It's actually a very good song I've been listening to.
I recognize the German. Like, I have a brother-in-law who's German, so.
Yeah, the course of it is actually very nice, but I don't think I have to actually kick in. But the words are Media nox obscura nox crudelitas animarum campana zonat doetises Mitternacht. Yeah, it's a cool song. So, yeah, I won't sing it anymore unless y'all just every single time Bissell will be replenishing his spells. He'll be up at midnight singing that song for y'all.
All right. Lightning, will you fly back to your bed after witnessing that?
Yep, Milk will see Lightning after a little bit, sort of like sneak into her little tent, being all quiet.
And Nightshade, I'm afraid that tent is in the trees, so you can sleep under it, but not in it. You would have to attempt a not so easy climb check to get up there.
The exact reason I put it high up.
No, you have failed to climb the tree. Okay.
Nightshine, what are you doing?
That would have happened that would have happened before the whole watch thing with Milk Thistle.
Okay.
Milk Thistle, do you want to roll me perception for your watch?
Yes.
Oh, train.
Untrapped secret doors, determine where food is full, or identify points. You also get the sense of unnatural. There's definitely an ease and a naturalness to the forest. It's definitely a place where the nightmare would enjoy the fact that it leaves you on edge, and those who don't have who are afraid of the dark or the creatures that may lurk in the dark, definitely a place for you. You are able to spot like eyes, almost like they're watching you. But you look at them, some of them a little bit too closely, they almost sort of fade away.
I'm going to roll a will save to disbelieve of this illusion.
Okay. You do get a sense that there is that a lot of these were some sort of illusion or mind effect. Those that are nearer seem to sort of just fade, but you can still make out some in the distance.
Milk Thistle chuckles to himself. I thought so. And he continues on his watch just on the outside edge of the light of the fire.
But other than that, your watch will continue uneventfully.
All right. And after 2 hours had passed, I don't recall who said who had next watch, but I know Nightshine hasn't had his turn yet. So
Yep.
at the end of my watch, I'm gonna come up to Nightshine, poke him awake, and say, "Good morning. The night is yours." It's early morning and still counts. All right. Milk Thistle goes.
Oh, sorry.
Milk Thistle goes to his sleeping bag, and as he's lying down, tells Nightshine, "Don't worry about the eyes in the night. They're merely an." Good.
I'm used to eyes watching me as I sleep.
Nightshine, anything in particular you wish to do, or would you just want to just do your watch? All right, roll me perception.
Nightshine can't do anything without alcohol.
You can't see, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, you probably are more focusing inward rather than outward, to be honest. I mean, there's eyes out there watching you. You're quite sure. You're probably mostly going to be poking the fire and not really paying too much attention to your surroundings. But thankfully, none of you do get mauled in the night. Despite Night Shine's terrible perception.
Oof. We should just abandon him in the forest. It's a detriment to the party.
But morning will come.
We agree with a do.
Yes. There you go. I believe all the darkness is gone.
Still dark on my screen.
Yes.
Refresh. That's just
All right. That's fine. I'll just do this quickly. There we go.
I went ahead and refreshed. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
No
It's
internet.
like I was scrolling the map, but the shadows were still there, but the light was following me.
There we go. Now it's daytime.
But daytime will arrive. And light now is able to shed, better light on what may have happened in the night.
All right. Still waiting on Exandrite to make it back in game.
Yeah, sorry. For some reason, my thing said there was no internet, which there was, so.
Oh, it does that all the time.
All right. Milk Thistle wakes up and stretches nice and big. And he takes out his cooking equipment and starts putting in some berries and some dried leaves and things like that. And he starts making up some breakfast tea for everyone.
Oh.
I'm like, wow, you are the best party member we've ever had.
It's because he role plays all the time.
That's rather disconcerting. I've only been here for one day.
He's the best quality of life companion.
Nightshine only gets drunk and Lightning Streak steals her.
I do not steal anything from you. I never stole anything. I was literally that one time I was making a note of everyone's stuff went missing.
Does everyone have water bladders?
We have
You should do.
Skin.
Through the desert.
Oh yeah, Lightning has that goblet of quenching still.
Oh, yes, we do.
All right, well, pour out the old water. I'll give you some fresh one.
Well, I have constant fresh water.
Oh, well, if you do, no worries then. Milk Thistle takes out his water bladder and squeezes it out and fills it up with fresh water. You just see water coming out of its hoof and filling it up, spilling over the edges a bit.
Alexandrite will go pray to the sun goddess for his spell. I don't have a chant.
Well, technically speaking, if you're very faithful to the Sun Queen, you stand naked in the sun for all. But, I mean, you don't have to be that devoted.
Oh my goodness. Naked ponies, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Stares at Nightshine.
Begging your pardon, Rarity, but we don't normally wear clothes.
Well, it's actually a little bit more of the opposite here. It's more common to wear clothes than run around naked.
And then you just
Least
go
the-
monk. What are clothes?
Except for those who are a little bit uncivilized, and you might find them a little bit more less close.
Ah, like Wolf. Where is Wolf?
Disappeared back to the forest.
Ah.
He's
So,
joined the evil team that formed up of all our drop players.
Ah.
So, with you've continued your morning preparations, food, prayers, or looking in your journals, whichever you may do. Once,
Lightning
obviously,
prayer. Kara, please don't be mad at me.
Kara, I know I fucked up, but could you just cut me some slack?
I technically did what you wanted.
Anyway,
The nightmare truly is a. I encourage you to reconsider your options.
there's also the Sun Queen.
Right. With that, I assume you guys will begin to break down the camp and we'll obviously begin to plan your next part of your journey.
Actually, I think I'm gonna get drag Milk Thistle off to this rock over here that I was led to.
Okay. I will put the rock back on the map. I only hit it because it was giving off light.
Oh, where are you two going?
I want to show Milk Thistle the area that that voice was. See if we can find it.
I'll come too.
All right.
Nightshine, you stay here and pet the dog or something.
And all right.
Is it just me,
Milk
or does
Thistle.
Nightshine seem dumber lately?
I haven't noticed a difference.
Oh! Oh, goodness.
Milk Thistle breaks down the camp, throws dirt on the fire to put it out, and puts his now empty kettle bag. Everybody had some delicious breakfast tea.
Mm.
All right, Alexandre, where are you taking us?
I'm taking you to where I got let off by a voice, or actually by a rock, then a voice.
The rock was over here.
Yeah, and I'll explain what happened during my watch to everyone.
Well, Milk Thistle was asleep, so he didn't hear that explanation.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm explaining it again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is this rock?
It is right there.
This thing.
Just looking at it, it just looks like an ordinary rock ground, slightly moss covered. It's probably a little bit out of the ground, but it's what you would expect to find in a forest. It's not out of place.
No, it's not the rock per se that I was looking for. It was hopefully tracks that. The thing that spoke to me seemed to be able to move around.
Perhaps it was the horse I saw.
That wasn't what I was thinking. Perhaps we could find more of those tracks.
Milk Thistle starts looking around the rock and is checking for tracks.
Oh, damn.
You start looking, obviously, close proximity. You actually have to go out a fair distance. You end up going to about 40 foot out. And that is when you actually start to find tracks. And these are tracks of a large hooven creature.
Do they match what Lightning showed me last night as well as what we've been tracking?
Yes.
All right. Well, Milk Thistle turns to the party and says, well, that confirms it. Whatever we've been tracking, we caught up to it. So this horse, these voices, all of these tracks seem to match up.
This
What we've been
area.
tracking down is here, and you're saying that it doesn't want us to follow it anymore.
Well, it doesn't want us to go further into the forest.
And that's what we must do.
I'm inclined to agree. Although it won't necessarily work to follow these tracks anymore since we've caught up to the target. It's likely going to be running around in circles to try to throw us off now. So
It
we could
obviously
follow.
means well, but well, meaning well hasn't exactly saved the world so far now, has it?
What did it say in regards to the stone exactly?
That there was no such thing as that name here.
So it could be called something else. Or it's lying.
I do not believe it was lying, but it seemed to have chosen its words carefully.
Carefully omitting specific details.
Isn't that more like what genies do?
So what was that? Night shot? No, you're not sure exactly how close. You know it's on this island about as much as you do know.
Do you think the stone was moved, perhaps?
It's possible. Do we know how large this stone is?
Supposedly it could fit in your hand. Or your hoof, then.
I was gonna make the joke. What's a hand?
It's small. In fact, you could just pick it. You could just pick it right up off a desk.
But it is being held in some kind of temple or graveyard, isn't it?
That's the thing. It could be buried in a chest on the ground.
Well, this wouldn't be much of an adventure if it were easy.
But my theory is that where we find the stone, we find the queen's body.
Who is the queen?
Fuck. What was she called again?
Queen Iliana.
Queen Iliana. As she shapeshifts into Queen Iliana.
If you've got any history, you would have known her. Oh, actually, do you have knowledge history? That's the best thing. At least one rank in it will be enough. If not, you can make a basic intelligence test. See if it's something you might know.
Nightshine, do you know anything about Queen Liliana?
Well, if you, as you are a pony, you would have at least heard of stories of the empire that was ruled by the queen. If you,
Not much to go on there. How many years precisely?
more like 300.
It's more like she was alive for around 200.
Well, that wasn't
Is that
too
correct?
long ago.
She was alive about. There's very speculation on it, but around 50 years ago.
Yeah, apparently she died around 50 years ago.
Milk
That's
Thistle.
why I suspect the stone is what kept her alive, but something went wrong and she aged so much she died. What? Then what was keeping her alive?
What race was she?
I suspect she must have been attuned to the stone at one point, and my guess was it stole the life source of others and gave it to her. But
What type of pony was she?
She was Earthbound Unicorn Pegasus. She was
Okay.
she was basically an alicorn.
Yeah, so
yeah,
I was just gonna say, so an alicorn. Okay.
Nope.
no, John, are you alright? Like, I get that the stone killed her, but we don't know how she used the stone herself. It was given to her. Well, I know that Steel Prism must have used the stone.
Milk Thistle gets an itch in the back of his mind. He returns to the moss-covered stone, and he's going to inspect it. His profession is stonemasonry. He's going to inspect the stone to see if it was worked on.
It's not been worked on, but you probably would see. You probably be able to make out the indication that something probably touched it. Not hard, but definitely rested something on it in regards to touching it.
Touched it in what way?
Just basically, if it was us placing a hand on it, if it was a pony just placing a hoof on it, there's like that minor of like a scuff to indicate something touched it.
Yeah, I believe that whatever we were tracking cast a light spell on it.
Milk Thistle's going to look at the rock closely to determine if that was the case.
Given that it was done last night, you're not able to work out if there's anything, any residual magic or anything like that.
Is the stone matching the stones in this area? Like if
Yes.
we're okay.
It's matching it. It doesn't look like it's out of the ordinary compared to the other stones. The only thing you can assume why it's probably been picked is that it is not in amongst the dirt. It is slightly over the top of the other stone, so it is standing out at a higher level than everything else around it. But it seems to just be there now.
Does it appear to have been placed here a long time ago?
Probably.
Can I determine how long ago?
That one you're most likely not going to be able. I mean, it does have moss, a little bit of moss, so it could have been a few months. But
Somewhere between 200 years and 2 months.
yeah, in a sense, it's one of those hard things. There's no clear indication, but it's been a little.
Well, this stone was manually placed here. There's no telling how long ago. Well, here's our options. We can continue tracking down this ghostly alicorn or unicorn, whatever it is that's trying to warn us to stay away. We could eventually track him down, but chances are, since we've already caught up to him, he's going to continue setting traps and trying to throw us off course. He could lead us around in circles.
I don't think it's that pony setting up traps. Or that horse setting up traps, anyway. I think that might simply be an old tribe that might have used to live here. And no one set off those traps till now. I mean, look how simple and primitive they are.
True, but if these vines and ropes are holding up, they're no more than 1 to 2 years old at most. Otherwise, they would have rotted away.
It could have also been those hunters who were those villagers who set up the traps.
The villagers very clearly stated they never come out this out of respect to the Guardian.
Well, even then, if this is the Guardian that we're tracking, clearly they know something. The stone might not be in this area specifically, but we have to keep looking.
I do agree. We have to keep looking.
But but they're clearly worried for us.
I'm not sure they're worried for us. Certainly worried about us. All this talk of warnings and not wanting to see us come to harm seems like a very thinly veiled threat.
Well, if they come after us, we'll be ready.
They could also tell that I was the only good, aligned creature in the group.
Hey, I'm on my way.
And I'm sure they could have simply taken a look at this and determined who I serve. And Milk Thistle holds up his holy symbol.
Yes.
That you're a drunkard.
I haven't seen him
Or a
drink
lost
anything
puppy who
today.
kind of
Should
just
be drunk
swallowed
right now.
us.
Yes, he has literally lost all his alcohol.
Good.
Is Nightshine acting drunk right now in spite of not consuming alcohol?
He can finally sober up for once. We could return him to his parents for a reward, you know.
Milk Thistle takes a look at Nightshine, and he's going to give his body a quick inspection to see if he's been injured at any.
Yeah. He definitely seems to be suffering from some sort of wasting ailment. There's definitely something wrong with his mental capacity.
We really need a helmet for him.
So he is suffering from
too late.
wisdom drain.
Either a special
Nightshine, you really should have brought this to our attention sooner. It'll be another full day before I can cure you, so try not to run into any walls until then.
It might be a level 4 for wizards. What would it be for?
Well, if it's simply wisdom drain, should just be lesser restoration to restore that.
Yeah.
Was this permanent or temporary?
This is permanent, as it would have gone away with him resting, and it has remained. A little gift left over from the desert.
Let me check then. Restoration might be a level 4 cleric spell. If it's level 3, I can cast it.
Lightning will touch the stone. Yes? The queen held the stone, and then she died. Of old age. And it's quite obvious that the stone takes the life force of someone and gives it to the person who's attuned to it. That's what I've been saying, Mitch. And that's what killed the queen. Which is why I think the steel prism might actually still be alive.
Anyway, let's walk and talk.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, restoration is a level 4 spell, so I don't have access to it.
It will be something you can cure in a town or stuff like that if you look to cure it.
Yeah, we've been low on funds as well. So.
It wouldn't cost 1,000 gold. It would only cost 100.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's if you're going to remove negative levels, would it cost 1,000?
Right.
You would also have to pay the charge of casting spell. Or yeah.
It does
What?
not.
Say how in regards to where they. Which book are you referring to? That'll be the first question.
Wait. Haha.
No, it doesn't indicate. The book only mentions them looking into other places that will be safe.
Lightning is also looking
Hold
over.
on. Can we have all the books out in one place? Quick.
Lightning is currently flipping through Steel Prism's journal. Okay, so here's a thing. If we find the Queen's tomb, we find Steel Prism. As it says here, you will watch over her to make sure she gets some well-deserved rest for as long as he is alive.
You have found the Queen's tomb. You were there. You were attacked by stone golems when you were at her tomb.
Which means that was not his tomb. Not her tomb. That was like a decoy kind of thing. People thought her tomb was there, but it's somewhere else, and it has to be on this island. No, Steel Prism is by her body. He is making sure she is resting. So wherever the Queen is, he is. The original tomb is not that tomb. Remember. No. Remember. That place. Remember, the tomb was not done. What we were in was a complete tomb. Her tomb is not completed, apparently.
No, it was part. There were still rooms under construction.
Well, okay. That tomb was not completed, yes, but
What's the book that tells us that this island is where we were looking for? By the way,
that wasn't.
Yeah, you found that in the tomb, the Queen's tomb.
Okay, I'm just thinking, like, do you think someone messed with? Like someone put a decoy here just to like bring us on a wild goose chase?
What if we're thinking something different? Okay. I just got a theory. What if the stone that we're looking for isn't the heart of the Everglow?
What would it be
What
then?
is the stone that we're looking for?
Because apparently she died, but the heart of the Everglow didn't seem to work. Oh no, wait, it must be the heart of the Everglow. I'm reading it now. The heart of the Everglow didn't seem to work, and maybe could be the cause of her passing, which means that stone killed her. That stone is definitely what killed her. I was just thinking of something else.
Was she possibly given a fake magical item that killed her?
I highly doubt that, considering as to what happened with this Steel Prism. Someone else picked up the stone, they also aged and almost died, and he gained their life from what it looks like.
Well, if we've already found, or rather you have already found Queen's tomb, then what are we looking for?
The heart of the Everglow, but it's not in that tomb. Neither is the Queen, and neither is Steel Prism. I have a feeling that if we find one, we find the other two. We found the tomb, and she's not in there. Nothing was in there. Nothing but the books and this map.
You did. You did find bodies, and there was clear signs that there was a fight inside the tomb itself. There was also a lot of blood, and you remember you found a blood mark trailing to that small room.
I also have a feeling there's something at the other markers. Something
So weren't
that we
those
need.
bodies other people trying to raid it from like Doom Rider?
You believe so, yes. That's what you believe you've worked out.
My question is, what put the lid back on the tomb once they were done? Was it the golem?
I don't think they even got to the take the lid off
No,
because
no,
I
no,
think
no.
they disturbed the golems.
They got into the room, and then it's quite obvious what happened. One of the golems killed them. Or maybe something else killed them. Maybe Steel Prism did?
There was a note left in her tomb, if you remember.
Which note was that?
The one you read, Lightning.
The journal?
No, the one that said for defiling this place. No, for defiling her tomb, you will pay with your blood.
Yeah, that note. That was obviously supposed to be a trap. Which means, was that entire tomb a trap?
That was my original thought. Since
I don't think they were either. Otherwise, Doom Rider would have went in health to get it. He thought it was in there as well. He was waiting for us to come out with the stone. And then we killed him, promptly. And then I burned his head on a campfire.
Well, here's an option that I recommend we do. This creature, this horse that's following us around right now, we caught up to it. It's not far. And it's leaving tracks on the ground. If we follow it, we can eventually catch up to it and probably question it.
But it can also go invisible.
But it can't run far. And invisibility doesn't last forever.
That's true. And it also...
which they haven't come here though, apparently.
We also are on a quite a big time limit, because if we're not out of here 2 weeks or 2 months.
Time limit of what? Sorry.
That the ship captain goes away.
Probably. Well, as you say, 2 weeks to drink all of our alcohol.
Exactly. We are on a slight time limit of 2 weeks before our esteemed captain drives off about us.
All right. Well,
if something's trying to scare us off and warn us away, I consider that a threat. We're on the right track, and that's why they're trying to keep us away from it. So let's track this horse down, capture it, and put it to the question.
The question is, how are we going to capture something that could possibly be spying on us at this very moment?
Simple. We track it down and force it into the open. If it turns invisible, we wait patiently. It cannot stay hidden forever.
And then it sends creatures after us. If it is the Guardian, it could easily just do that.
Well, it said it wasn't the Guardian, but it worked for it.
Either way, it has information we need.
Alright then, let's track this thing down. We've got no other leads, we have to do it. It's either that, or we give up and go somewhere else.
Its last sighting was where the lightning saw it with the dancing lights.
Let's head there, and let's head to where I last saw it and go from there.
Without objection?
I don't have any objections.
All right.
Someone lightning whistles for the dog and the mule.
They will head over. They are trained.
All right. Alexandra, stay close, won't you?
Of course.
All right. And Milk Thistle heads up to the point where we found the tracks the previous night before. We know they're only a few hours old.
Yes. You have a good idea where they are.
I will be right back. I'm just going to go to the bathroom quickly.
No, that's fine.
Just pick a tree. All right. Yeah, let's all go pick a tree. We had tea for breakfast. All right. I'll be right back.
Yep. Quick 2-minute break or 5-minute break, however many people need time to pee. So, audience, quick break.
All right, I'm back.
All right, that's 2 of you. Well, me and somebody else. Just wait for the other 3 to return, and we will continue.
Also, I just noticed we have a dog, so we could probably use that to help track what we're looking for.
Yeah, and it is trained.
All right. That's a plan.
I mean, it's trained to be a riding dog, but...
And we're back.
Welcome back.
I heard the idea about using the dog. A couple of ways we could do this. If I'm going to be following the tracks and whatnot, that'll take up my full concentration. We'll definitely need somebody rolling perception to watch for traps. We could use the dog because dogs have scent. And if we catch scent of this creature and it's in the area, the dog could alert us to it.
That was my thought.
All right. So we'll need to track which way the wind is blowing as we're following these tracks. If we're upwind from it, we're not going to be able to spot it in time if it's setting a trap for us. But if we happen to get downwind, dogs should be able to smell it before we get to it.
The trees are quite thick around here, so it's difficult to get much of a breeze amongst. Actually, let me just double check, because I think you are very much in the heart of forest on the island at the moment. Yeah, you're very much centre-wise.
But still, an extra set of ears and the ability to have scent, that can be incredibly helpful.
It can be. Once lightning is back, we'll commence your hunt.
Welcome back.
All right. So, you have a good idea where it is. You can make a survival check to work out what might have been going on when it disappeared.
Cool.
All right. Rolling a 23.
So, you have a look at the area and really examine it. You can tell that clearly the creature was circling the area and periodically did stop. Obviously, clearly was watching the camp as best as you can tell. In regards to the last place it stood, you've got a clear indication of where its hooves were and everything, but there's nothing else around it. It looked like it literally was in that spot and then completely vanished. So there's no hooves moving away or anything like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I would mention that. Like, it seemed to have been able to teleport around.
Well, as we were tracking it, it seemed to be leaping over traps and moving around them or tripping them itself. So let's check for traps in this area.
All right, and while you guys are doing that, I will train the dog to alert us if the thing comes within a certain when the dog can smell it. Like just
so you're trying to get it to pick up the scent. All right,
yeah.
you can make a handle animal check, and
Nice.
I believe the rogue have trap sets, or do I?
So, in regards to the traps, you do have to go
trap finding
a little out of your way, but you will be able to pick out traps in the distance. Again, they look the more cruder ones, and it's clear they are scattered about, almost placed randomly, as far as you can tell.
How old are these traps? How long have they been here?
They seem to share the same sort of age that all the other ones you have found have been.
It is interesting that these traps have been able to hold up as well as.
That's what I was saying before.
Hashtag druids.
All right. As far as the tracks that have gone missing, do they pick up anywhere else?
You are finding the tracks around the perimeter. Clearly, the individual circled around where Alexandrite was, and you can see that they circled around the camp a number of times, but it's quite clear that this spot was the last place it was standing.
And now it's just gone.
So where it moved to, I do not know.
Well, there is a way we could force it to come out, maybe. As a last resort, as she looks at Nightshine. We do have a fireball spell prepared for.
We are not burning the entire forest down.
I will point out, probably the entire village of druids would be pissed at you.
Yes, they'd be pissed at Nightshine. I said as a very last resort if we're that desperate to find the thing. We threaten. Not actually, threaten.
Look, we're not going to piss off the spirit of the forest. Anyway, we might as well, if we can't track this thing, we might as well keep searching for the ruins.
I suppose.
All right. So, I'll bring you guys to the world map, and you can decide what you want to do. If you want to just keep searching. So, I'll ping you over to where you are in a moment. Oh, no, that's not the button.
We basically searched this entire square, this entire hex, right?
No, you started to search that entire hex, but then you started hitting traps. You did search about half of it, which is probably the lower half. In the upper half is when you started hitting trap. You then also found the hoof prints which meant you travelled over to here, and you're now in sort of this hex. So you half explore that one. So you can say the lower half towards the village definitely doesn't have anything in. The upper half you're unsure. But you know there's traps here and there's traps here.
You know, I say that we listen to what the spirit said. She said the stone wasn't heat specifically. So why don't we look somewhere else on the island?
Well, she said specifically nothing by that name here.
Exactly.
And I still suspect she was attempting to deceive us in some way.
Oh no! She's obviously holding some information back.
I know this is a horrible idea, but do you think we should take 4 different hexes?
You know what? Yes, I do think we should do that.
Splitting the party on a single building or a single cave is bad enough, but now you want to spread us out throughout the entire forest.
Hey,
Yeah.
I survived the
We've
desert
only
on my
got a
own.
few days. We only got like a short amount of time before we have to go. And
I will point out these hexes are 6 mile square. Well, in a whatever shape it is, hexes. So they cover a lot of distance. If you split the party, you will not be seeing each other. And
We should figure out.
if you face danger, you'll be facing it alone.
Look. Okay. I think, regardless of what we do, Nightshine should not be left on his own. He should at least stick with Alexandrite if we do this. I could probably manage by myself by hiding it. And, you know, I can fly.
and most of the creatures here seem to be most of the dangers here seem to be demonic, so I can take care of them.
But let's not fool ourselves. Who in this party other than me can track us?
That is a good point. Okay, how about this? We don't split in 4, we split in 2. Alexandrite and Nightshine, you two could probably... Well, obviously don't go looking for trouble, but you could probably clear out a bit of the area in case there are some major dangers. And, you know, while Nightshine could probably use his magic, I guess, to try and detect something, to try and detect anything magically, or even if he finds anything, he could probably see if it's magical or not.
And worst
Well,
case
you
scenario,
protect him.
Nightshine can use his invisibility spell to get out of there.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Milk Thistle and I could work on tracking down this guardian of the forest and maybe even finding something that could lead us to the stone. While Milk Thistle and I would have a more guided thing, you two wouldn't need to rely on survival as much, and regardless, leave a sign that for us to find you.
The only thing I'm concerned about is this thing could apparently detect evil from a mile away. So
You could leave like sword scratches on the trees, or hell, even leave like little signposts saying we went this way.
Trails like that will work both ways.
And moreover, if you do get lost, find one of your little signs or little scratches, you'll know that you've been here before, and you can try and regain your bearing.
I understand that we're on a time crunch here, but there are other boats.
Not on this island.
We're surrounded by wood. We could likely hire the druids to craft a ship for us.
The druids won't come this far into the forest, though.
Exactly.
we'll cut down a
they'd
tree.
rather do anything that would.
Then we'll cut down a tree and bring the wood to them.
I do have a woodcutter's axe.
Why are we cutting down a tree?
In
To
case
make a
we have
ship,
to build
apparently.
He was giving you suggestions, so if the boat leaves, you can still leave yourself.
I understand what you're getting at here, Milk Thistle, but we need broader ground.
Splitting the party this up and encountering the dangers was already a bad idea. The one single demon we managed to find was waiting in ambush for us, and I was barely able to spot it. If we're caught unawares, we could very easily all be wiped out, and none of us would know what happened split so far apart.
But being in such a tight group also makes us a much bigger target for said monsters, and it's easier to set up ambushes.
And there are strengths in numbers. I have my strengths. I can see and hear very well. I can we're trying to search for if we're following something.
And I can make use of the foliage to keep hidden and move around. Probably most of us, to be fair.
So, stay 20 feet away from us, but move with the party if you wish to stay hidden.
That's mainly what I've been doing, to be fair.
The point is, splitting the party up the way you're describing is a bad idea. Let's finish searching the rest of this section of the forest up north, and we'll continue on to the next part from there.
Alright, so I will ask, would you like to continue searching this hex, or would you like to move to a different hex and search there?
We might as well finish this hex.
Oh,
I
this
agree.
hex.
The hex we're in that we've only searched the southern portion of.
You actually haven't searched this hex at all. You have searched the southern part of the hex to the east.
Oh. Well,
You
then
got
let's...
You got distracted by hoofprints.
All right. Well, the hoofprints are going in circles, so let's finish searching this hex, and then we'll move to the next one.
All right. So, you begin your search. You guys can roll me perception for your searching.
Lightning will be sneaky stealth. As well.
You may roll your sneak.
Oh,
well
I want
as well.
abilities. I want skills. Oh my god.
I also require a D100 roll.
Oh, I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Middle of the lane, that's not always bad. Speaking to Alexandrite, how did your work with the facial percent?
How do I work with which go?
The dog.
Oh yeah. How did my training with the dog?
It's good. He has a scent, and I mean he's sniffing around, and he would have gone between the hoof prints that you've already found, but it hasn't seemed to have picked up anything additional at the moment.
He at least has a scent.
So long as the dog barks before we get ambushed, I think it'll do.
All right. So you begin your search. I will ask you: do you want to search more to the north first, or more towards the south?
I would say more towards the north because I think we're going that way.
All right. So, as you begin your search, you very quickly start to find more traps, and again, mainly with milk thistles keen eye, you're able to pick them out in various states. They all seem to be very crudely made and don't seem to be that well maintained at all. They are holding together for as good as they are, but they show signs of age and that sort of. But still look quite deadly.
What kind of traps are we coming across? Are these the log traps, the spike traps? What are we coming into?
It's the log traps, the spike traps. Don't think there's. Occasionally, you might get one where it would swing across with a load of spikes on it and stab you. Those sort of things.
Okay. Milk Thistle asks Lightning Streak to disable all of the traps and for Nightshine to detect magic over the.
Keto.
You are not picking up any magic from the trap.
Clearly, we're dealing with Ewoks.
The traps are crude but effective, so they are you are easily able to disable them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's the northern part of the hex.
Yeah. It's the further north you go, the more traps you seem to find.
Well, I think that's actually a good sign.
I agree. That's usually an indication that whatever is trying to hide something up here wants to kill us as quickly as possible. Shall we continue north then instead of going west?
I think so.
So
All right.
I will give you an indication of basically the area you will find traps in. Just to, because I say north, that can mean almost basically to the west. Let's make this fit. So you find traps in sort of this sort of region like that, and the traps are more dense, leading sort of that way.
All right, we will head that way.
Let's head to a giant A.
Yeah.
Hey, look, water.
All right. With you searching that part of the area, that would have taken up, and moving into this area would have taken a day.
All right.
What time of day is it right now?
You're moving into the sort of afternoon.
All right, it's the middle of the day. If everyone has trail rations, we can eat on.
Yeah, we should have trail rations. Looks at Nightshine.
What happened to your trail rations? We're moving
bought
away from
alcohol instead of
civilization.
trail
Of course,
rations.
they're important.
Yes, he did buy alcohol instead of rations, which is why I just had 40 plus rations, and it's currently stuffed on the mule. So,
Are we coming across any kind of wild berries or
You would,
herbs that are safe to eat?
if you're looking for food, you would be making survival checks to look for food as well. As you're also searching, you are going slowly, so there is a better chance of finding food.
Yeah, no need to search for food. We'll do that as we need to. Yeah, we'll continue searching in this area. So I'll roll perception.
Right. Alright, the rest of you, if you also want to do the same.
Do y'all want to roll to assist me? That'll definitely stack that way up there.
It would. Up to 2 people can assist. Nightshine isn't one of those.
He did his best.
Certainly did.
Oh, are we making a perception check?
Oh yeah, your familiar does give you a +2.
All right. +4 to my perception, +2 to my bonuses for traps. So yeah, we're looking really good.
Yeah. Now we're going to check something quickly. Get that one. No. Come. Ah, that's wonderful. Oh, still there. Okay, so how? Okay, you were spotted. So you do find some of the more mundane ones, but you do spot. This one is definitely a lot more well hidden. You do spot a very odd looking trap, something which is more metal, and it's clearly it's somebody's put some extra effort, and it seems to cover a larger area.
Ooh, a metal trap. I wonder if it's poisoned.
It seems to be partially buried in the ground. It definitely stands out as odd.
Lightning Streak, do you think you could safely trigger that trap? I want to take a look at it.
You want me to trigger it and not disable it?
Yeah, I want it out of the ground so I can look at it.
How am I going to safely trigger it?
Well, you could just throw something heavy enough to set it off.
If only we had a
do you have any
stick.
bottles of alcohol left?
Alexander will throw a rock at the trap.
You throw a rock, it sort of tumbles in, but nothing happens.
I doubt that's going to work.
What if you roll disable device to find the trigger and then throw? Like maybe it's a pressure plate trap.
Could I do that?
You're rogue, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
so
trap sense and trap finding.
You can use perception to attempt to work that stuff out. You are not aware of exactly how it works, but you are quite sure you believe it might be magical in nature.
Nightshine, cast detect magic on that trap.
If you please.
You detect magic. You surprisingly detect magic over a 40-foot square area.
Oh.
That's quite a pressure plate.
Oh, god damn it, it's a fireball trap, isn't it?
Alright. Alexandrite will
Where?
go and step on the trap.
What?
No.
I will attempt to
You go
stop
to
this
walk
man.
up. I think you're jumped on by about 3 people.
I will attempt to stop this man. Ah!
Oh dear.
Well, given that all 3 of you just gone no as he makes his way, I'm pretty sure unless he actively wants to push past you, well, he is stopped.
Unless you've contracted a fever that gave you feeble-minded, I don't know why.
What is wrong with you?
Because I resist fire and I'm the best one to actually take a fireball.
We were still in the effect radius.
Well, I mean, I'm still the best one to take a magic attack.
I can just disable the trap.
Let's just
Well, then do
disable
it
it.
already.
Let me have a look. just to make these things easier to
You
see.
detect an overwhelming aura of necromancy.
Um, so it's an evocation school, and it would be. Magic. I need to see what aura it will fall into. Yeah. What cast? Oh, cast. Technically speaking, would be. You would detect a. It's a faint aura.
Of
Look, everyone just stay back.
Of evocation.
okay.
Look, just
Not
everyone
fireball.
stand back in the case that it's not fireball in the middle of a very flammable forest. Just stay back and let the master handle this.
Because you know it's there, you may make a disable device attempt.
Oh, hang on. I might have just an easier plan to do this. Hang on, lightning steps back. And she casts Mage Hand.
Okay.
Oh, it's 30 feet. God damn it. Ah, never mind.
God bless America.
Never mind. Unseen
Really?
servant? Alright, let's all stand back and let that be triggered.
All right. Well, look, even we could easily walk around this thing if you're not able to disable it or you fly over the trap.
Alright, I'm good.
All right, Alexander just gonna walk on it.
What?
No.
He seems determined, so unless you actually do stop him this time, he's walking on it.
You know what? I'm just gonna stay back. I stay out of the 40-foot range.
So Lightning's letting him do it. Who else is letting him do it? Just so I know.
Let him live with his mysterious titan.
Okay.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not.
He has a +2.
Ah,
Oh, he meets
the
the
first time it's failed.
No. He's got a +2 because of his racial bonus.
Mm-hmm. That's why I say I'm the best one to take trigger spells.
All right, cleric trots backwards a little bit.
Just like, how are you doing, Milk?
Alright. As you walk on it, you do walk a little distance on it, and it's almost like, oh, it's not going to go off, and then it goes off.
All right.
Does this hit your touch AC?
Oh god, touch.
15.
Yes, that does hit my touch AC.
Right. You actually. Oh no, it just hits you more easier if you wear metal. That was all. So as you walk on it, all of you will suddenly see the area sort of alight with electricity.
Oh, it's electricity.
And Alexandrite will take 15 points of damage.
All right.
Nice
Which I'll just
job,
probably heal up.
Alexander.
As he sort of jiggles there for a moment, looks a little bit crispy, but the trap has been disarmed. discharged.
I could have just disabled it, you know.
Yeah,
Or we
well,
could
you
have just
didn't.
walked around it.
Yeah, you wanted to see what it was.
Not at the expense of your health.
I mean, now you're just injured, and you're gonna waste my charges on the heal.
Well, the traps are certainly becoming more sophisticated, so I'd say we're
getting
in high hopes that
close.
we're going in the right direction.
We're getting closer to something. We don't know what, but definitely something.
Okay.
You gonna lay on hands yourself a couple of times?
Hold on, I actually have,
Giggity.
I mean, I could do that for him.
I think you need to roll the damage there.
I know.
I'm like, you're one to talk, Nightshine.
Teaching his paladin bad thing. Her paladin bad things.
And you're the one quacking.
I'll do another one.
Quacking through the moonlight.
There we go.
Also, Alexandrite, what if that killed you?
All right. After encountering that little treasure, there's a few more scattered traps. Some of them have looked like they've been set up, but you're not finding any cause of what set them off.
Is there any pattern to the traps? Like,
not that
anything
you
like
can
that?
see. If anything, it's almost like somebody's tried to scatter them out randomly as far as you can see.
Can I roll knowledge engineering?
Yeah, I'll let you have that. The best thing you can think of is somebody's obviously looked purposely for good trees to set traps up. Looked for paths that individuals may take. So if you've got like a very overgrown, tangled natural walls, there's no traps there. If there's like a semi-clear path where something would potentially walk down, the trap's there.
Hmm.
But as you continue your search, you guys come out into an open clearing, or at least you sort of just hit the boundaries of an open clearing.
Oh.
Interesting.
But as you do hit the boundary of the open clearing, you do hear the sound of almighty, sort of almost like out bird screech.
Lightning will go to hide.
Look up to the sky. What do we see?
It's
Hey,
not up
lightning
in the
roll.
sky. It is out the ground.
Oh,
May
Albert.
lightning roll stealth?
You can do it at the beginning of combat.
Oh, okay. Albert.
Stupid dog didn't bark.
The
He
dog
wasn't
wasn't looking for.
Oh, there's two of them.
Oh, and look who's in front, the cleric. That's exactly where he belongs.
I think, would we be allowed to
You
set up?
guys can have a little bit of movement in regard to where you are. I've had you a little bit far away because obviously you were planning to sort of move a bit further away from the group.
Okay.
As long as you're
sure.
around the cart, I'm happy for you to be move yourself slightly.
She's always a little bit away from the party. Because they
Fine.
usually get hit by the AoE spells.
Cleric stands behind the paladin. All right.
Our first owlbears.
I haven't fought an owlbear in a long time. The last one I fought was an undead.
An undead owlbear. What template did it have?
I don't remember. The GM didn't show it to us, but I do remember that I had a cavalier, and my mount was an actual pony because I was a halfling, and it had the bodyguard template, so I gave it the improved dirty trick ability. So every single turn, I would stab the owlbear with my sword, which did a very weak 1d4 plus strength damage, but my pony was able to keep kicking it in the eyes and blinding it.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, so it was blind for like 3 out of the 4 rounds that we fought the thing, and it kept messing us every time it attacked. It was hilarious.
It likely had the bloody skeleton or fast zombie.
Alright, so the owlbear does move into the clearing and makes a very loud, aggressive shriek at all of you. Nightshine.
Fireball.
Roll me knowledge arcana. I can only see your D5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screenshot didn't happen.
Give screenshot.
I mean, you can screenshot it, and as long as I can see my my D20 roll above it, then it's all good. This is true. Quickly refresh.
Refreshing.
The
This is
stream
true.
is a little behind, for me at least. Still at the.
I need to make its quality higher. 25, so 35 altogether. Fair enough. So, don't know why it's not shown up, but
Oh,
it's
here
one
we
of those
are.
odd ones.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah. All right. So I'll just read you all the information. You know that these are bear-like creatures with a head of an owl and feathers covering the entire body. In fact, the body is a fact, and how vicious they are is. You know that these are magical beasts. You also know that owlbears attack its prey with deadly claws, latching onto its opponents. They then bite and claw them until the victim falls dead and is devoured. Owlbears attack prey on sight and consume anything larger than a mouse. You also know that owlbears are said to be the result of a mad wizard attempts to crossbreed giant owls with bears. They are deadly hunters, and their young are incredibly valuable. When captured, they are often trained as wandering guards by the wealthy.
Ooh. We're coming across magical traps and possibly some guards.
Like most creatures, you would expect them to be neutral. Worst save, they are not considered to be very. Their will isn't considered to be too good.
Yep.
He's used it. You probably get 2 more questions, to be honest.
Let's see. Do we have special attacks yet?
No, other than claw your face and bite your face.
What languages do they understand?
Depends if they're trained.
Well, it's a magical creature. Most magical creatures understand one type of.
Well,
to
these are
assume-
2 natural creatures fused together, so.
What's its favorite color?
You have to work out what language it understands and try and ask. So, if you make friends, you know. Nightshine. It's all down to you. What are you doing?
Make my Alex grow.
Alexandrite, you have just grown. Anything else? Milk Thistle.
Milk Thistle is going to reach out with his hoof and touch Alexandrite on the back of his strength, giving him a +4 to strength.
Alexandrite, you are being buffed.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, let's see. We're going to take. Oh, we need that. We're going to take a 5-foot step right there, and that'll be my turn.
This one will move here. This one prowls around the side.
Look,
What
they're going to try to
type of bonus
flank
is
you.
that?
Sorry?
What type of bonus is bull strength?
+4 to strength.
Yeah, I know, but which type of like is it enchantment?
Let me see. Subject becomes stronger, +4 enhancement bonus.
Okay,
Enhancement.
just wanted to make sure because it matters.
Yeah,
Because
I
you
know
can't-
certain things don't stack with each other, but you should be good.
Yeet.
Yes, so the one owlbear starts to move around the side there.
They're going to try to flank us. They have training. They're smart.
They're here for a reason.
Lightning.
Lightning is going to jump into the trees and hide. I say jump, I mean fly, obviously. She can't jump that high. She doesn't have the jump spell.
Okay.
May I roll stealth?
So you move and conceal yourself. Go for it. Alright. You do need to move your zip above.
Yeah, she moves into she moves up into. Come on, give me the waypoint. There we go. She flies up into this tree. 20 feet up into this tree to hide into the brush.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, as long as you move, you can attempt to stealth afterwards. Hide myself. Okay. Far away. Far away.
Oh, and I should also probably put her.
Anything else?
That would be her turn, wouldn't it? To move and hide.
Yes. Then Alexandrite, last but not least.
All right. I shall move up here and swing my sword.
Oh.
As you move up, the nope, that's fine. You move up.
Okay, had me worried for a moment.
Are you charging?
I am not.
Okay.
All right, move up, and
All right, my sword doesn't have keen. That's there we go. Ignore the keen on that.
okay.
I think that was for steel sword when I had that.
Ah. Did you roll it?
Yeah. Do you not see the 25?
I do not.
I don't see it either. What are you doing, Roll20?
Yeah.
Well,
It
I
was
will
doing
print
so,
screen.
it was doing so well with dice rolls. Now it doesn't want us to see any of them. You're not like done it in a whisper or anything.
Nope.
I mean, normally I would see the whispers unless you whisper it to yourself. It's definitely there. Okay. Fair enough. 25, that will hit.
Okay.
And you do 13 damage and no... Are you still doing the fire?
Yeah.
No. Where's my owlbear gone? There he is. Right. I click on... there we are. Roll 20. So, overall, 16. Roll 20. Sorry. Minus. Okay.
Yeah, I see that test.
Yeah, that's definitely there. Anything else, Alexandra?
That will be my turn, because I can't do my hooves yet.
Okay. This one will let out a growl and charging straight at you.
Okay. Tankin doing this tank thing.
Alright, let's look. What would it do? It would probably try and bite you. Oh. Actually, no. It's going to attempt to claw your face. Ooh, if I roll dice correctly. So charging with charge. Okay, these bonuses. 22. I believe that will hit you. Alright, you take this much, and it's going to attempt to grapple you.
Okay.
So 7 damage, plus a grapple. Will 28 grapple you?
I actually believe that would grapple me.
Alright. Where's my grapple icon? The grabby hand. Grabby hand. Okay, you are considered to be grappled.
Okay.
Please mark the appropriate debuff. Night Shine. Actually, I probably should start. Ooh. Combat music. If it plays.
I'm like, oh no, my dex. Not my dex. The thing that I
Lightning,
use.
not Lightning. Nightshine, what are you up to? You are muted if you're trying to talk to us. Let me get you the template.
Don't forget, I am fire resistant.
Here is your fireball template. Can you move it? One second then. No, I don't want to change its name. Where is... Right. You should be able to move it now.
Oh, nice. Oh, that only catches one.
Yeah, that will only get one. That will get
That
two.
catches both. Do
There
it.
we go.
Whoosh! Hey, I see that spell. Alright. So, the one closest to you, and then the one a little bit further away. So, full damage for both of them. Okie dokie. Explodes. I want this back on the GM layer out of the way.
That's 50 points of damage in one turn. That's pretty good.
That is. Very good. So you take minus 25. Ouch. And you might take minus 25, which is also an ouch. They're both looking a little bit frazzled. Milk Thistle.
Milk Thistle is going to see this one that got hit earlier and is now on fire. He's going to move 30 feet to right there, and I believe that is going to put me within 35 feet of the target. It is.
Yep.
He's going to cast the spell Ray of the Eclipse. And what y'all see is this very thick, black, gooey blob that just shoots out from the tip of his hoof and completely coats this owlbear in just this black, oozing shadow that just drips off of him. And he's going to take 2d6 of cold damage. So he takes 9 points worth of cold damage, and he is also blinded for now as well as the next round.
Oh, wow. No saving throw as well.
Correct. That's why I like it.
Why is that not doing?
Do you guys make a attack with that?
What do you mean?
Like a range attack?
Range touch attack.
Oh, yeah, duh. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, that seems very powerful for a no attack.
Yeah, which I was just trying to find out. There's got to be a catch to this spell. There's normally something you've got to do to actually get awesome, quite nasty spells like this.
It is 9 hit its touch AC.
Let's have a quick look. You went for the one over here.
Yes.
It narrowly misses it.
Dadgum. All right. Well, a big, thick black blob shoots just over its shoulder, I suppose. I rolled all those 20s for my perception rolls. I guess I got to make up for it.
If it helps, that would have hit my touch AC.
Well, I was hoping since they were so big, I'd have hit their touch AC, but apparently not.
I'm afraid they've got dex just to offset it. This owlbear, surprisingly enough, uses tactics. We'll move to here.
Oh no.
And it's just going to wail or attempt to wail on your paladin. So it gets plus that, and you're flanked.
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't get flanked because grappling doesn't count as flanking.
Oh shit.
But the negative 2 AC should make the difference. So I've got 2 claws and a bite. So claw, and bite as it tries to eat you.
Only the bite hits.
Only the bite hits. Okay. Plus, no, it's fine. So you only take 10 damage.
All right.
Out.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Barely a dent. Lightning.
Lightning will sneak over here. And then she's gonna shoot at the owlbear that's grappling. Oh fuck! I just realized I don't have precise. This is gonna go horribly wrong.
What's that?
I don't have precise shot, so this is gonna go horribly wrong.
It will. You do take -4 when shooting into combat.
Damn it.
It is grappling though, so it does lose a little bit of AC.
Oh, I can't even reach it. Shoot. I guess then I will go with my original plan as lightning draws her bow as she. Oh, and goes to fire at this thing. Ew.
Okay. 19. That will hit. Actually, is the -4 in there already?
It is not.
Okay. Even with -4, it will still hit.
This is like the first time I've ever hit with a stand bow, and it's done more.
You're hidden, right?
Oh, sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
Yes.
7 damage.
Small
I did it.
dink in its side. Alright. If you want to stay stealthed, you need to make a another stealth check with a -20.
I will attempt. Where are my skills? Combat. Is it a combat skill? It is. Damn it. Never mind.
Is that with the no? It's not. Okay. Well, it knows where you are basically.
Yeah.
So you would have to move and re-stealth if you want to be stealthed.
Well.
Alexandrite.
Okay. Let's see here. First of all, I will do my touch myself.
Okay.
Where's the music?
Is it not playing?
No.
Oh, is it
Yes, sir.
not?
Yeah, it's not play.
Hello? Hello?
That's it.
Is it playing now, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright. So you touching yourself?
Yeah. And I am also going to swing my sword and hit with my hooves at this thing that's grappled me.
I don't believe you better do that while grappled.
Okay, I will try to get out of grapple then.
Actually,
Well,
if
you can
it's-
definitely you could make a melee attack which is one-handed. Let me just check on the full round with natural attacks. You are the grapplee, so the grappler. You may attempt to break free, make the come charge, or attempt to attack a creature within reach with a one-handed or light weapon.
Okay, so I can do my hooves.
Yeah, because natural attacks count as light weapons, don't they?
Okay, so I can do my hooves.
Yeah.
Alright, then I will just go all hog on this thing.
Have you got the grapple condition enabled?
Yes, I do.
Cool.
Do you not see my attacks still?
No.
Okay.
So it's got to be something to do with you because
I'll try
Well,
refreshing.
true, but your second one did with your fireball. I mean, I assume Lightning was using their character sheet.
I was using the little tabs at the top just for ease of grabbing everything.
So you've got a macro sorted.
No, I use all the buttons in the sheet.
Yeah, so that's on the sheet. Do you just want to throw me what you rolled because I can't, so I can see what you got?
I didn't roll the attack yet.
It's
Okay.
probably just roll 20.
Yeah, I rolled the heal. That was about it.
I've not seen the heal, but I trust you with wherever you healed. Alright,
Yeah,
make
now that I refresh, I don't see my heals. I was like only a 6, so
it was only a 6.
I'll try
Well,
my attack again, see if you guys can see.
let's see.
Do you see that?
Nope.
No, not on my end
Alright,
either.
it's a 21 versus AC. I got a 7 on the damage and 2 with.
7 and 2. Okay. So the definitely hit.
Is he still up?
It's still standing.
Alright, I'll do my who.
Oh, I can see that.
Okay. For some reason, just my sword, and that's shit damage.
None of actually with a -2 because of grappling on their deck. Is it just -2 dex or is it -2 AC as well?
The minuses to Dex affect the AC.
Yeah, I did just if it's just trying to remember if it's -2 or -4 dex.
It's a -4 to Dex, which results in a -2 to AC.
Yeah, so that will hit the 13.
Yay. Take that extra 2 damage.
It takes 2 more damage. Going to find my better flowchart for grappling. Right, this guy. He can maintain the grapple and perform one of the move you, inflict damage to inflict damage with unarmed or natural attacks. Okay, so it's probably going to try and maintain the grapple and then just inflict its damage from its natural attack.
Mm-hmm.
So, as long as it maintains the grapple, it just inflicts the damage to you rather than having to roll to hit. As it claws and tries to nom on you. Make sure that is a 14. Yes, it is to grapple. Alright, will this maintain the grapple on you?
Yes, that will maintain.
I'd maintain
Okay.
just about everything.
Yes. Okay, so he's going to chew on you and claw at you, and a bad time for you.
Mm-hmm.
4, 8, 12. And you... Oh, it helps if I do the correct command. Overall, with all of its nomming, you enjoy this much damage.
Oof.
Oh, thankfully some bad rolls on those 6s.
Clearly, your arm is protecting you slightly.
Mm-hmm.
They are looking fairly hurt, I will say. Nightshine.
Now below half.
Actually, they're looking at the fairly equal hurt at the moment. It's difficult to really tell without a closer inspection. You know they're hurt. Okay. Fortitude. Okay. I think it's fine. Anything else from you? Milk Thistle.
Milk Thistle is going to take a 5-foot step back.
Okay.
Attempt to take a 5-foot step back. Getting caught on. It's not letting me lower. There we go. And he is going to cast the spell Murderous Command on the owlbear that's directly behind Alexandra. 16 DC 16 will save.
16. Okay. Will is that.
Thankfully, it fails. It is now under a compulsion spell to where it is going to attack its nearest ally.
Target. Ally. Me weapon or natural weapon. Let's say it moves to charges to the closest ally attack. And to reach ally, basically turn to get to as close as possible. Okay, so no, it will be able to get to its ally. Which I believe is its turn now.
Gee, fancy that. In fact, it could take a 5-foot step and do a full round attack on its nearest enemy.
Sadly, it's only got 5-foot reach, these things.
What? Okay.
Yeah, so it does have to move, and it will make. It probably would try. It will probably try and grapple its friend, but to save a massive headache of the grappling crazy train, we're not going to do that.
Actually, if you don't mind, there is a simple way to do that. Since the owlbear is currently in the grappled condition, its CMD is lowered by 2. And if the owlbear attacking it passes the CMD to grapple it, then it simply lets go of Alexandrite.
Fair enough. Alright. Let's see if it hits first. Okay, it does. Roll to confirm the crit. 13. It's it's grappling, so it confirms. I get a crit on my own creature.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way the gods intended.
Yep. 14 damage. Surprisingly enough, it's still going. Let's see if it grapples. 19. Minusing 2 to its CMD puts it 19, so it equals, which means the tie goes to the dice roller, so it will be grappled.
Yay.
Night Queen be praised.
You're no
Wait.
longer grappled.
Wait, has the owlbear come onto our side?
For 1 round, and in fact, it is this very round.
Lightning.
Alright, Lightning says, for fuck's sake. As she puts a bow on the branch and takes out her rapier and goes to charge the owlbear.
Yep.
Going basically here.
If you're charging, you have to go to the closest point, which would be that point. If you don't wish to charge, you can then move there to get flanked.
I'm just going to move there to get flanking then.
Yeah, that would be probably the better option.
As she goes to plunge her rapier into its ass. Where's that rapier? There's that rapier. Oh, baby!
It does confirm.
Plus
you do also
sneak
get
attack,
your
right?
sneak attack.
Because you're flanking. Beautiful.
7.
23.
You
20.
don't get the Bane effect because it's not flat.
So 7, 14, 21 damage.
With that hit, it will collapse to the ground, which means it's no longer being grappled.
Nice.
Alexandrite.
All right. I will first of all touch myself again.
Man,
I do so much better with my rapier than I do my... I'm starting to think that the bow isn't worth it anymore.
I think we've been telling you that for a while now, but
Okay, I saw you lay on hoofs this time.
yay!
Yeah.
All right. Now I am going to slash at the owlbear.
Okay. He's no longer grappling anything, so that
Do you see
increases.
that 25?
I do not see the 25.
All right.
No.
Well, it's a 25 to hit, 11 damage, and then 1 fire damage.
Okay. Are you hoofs going in?
Yeah, let me scroll down on my lots of discords to get to the. There you go.
Okay, that's fine. You hoofing it?
Oh yes.
For 17 hits. You've still got the grapple condition on, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Wait, does he?
Yeah, he's got it listed as grapple.
I forgot to take it off.
Will that increase your to hit by +2?
No, it will not.
No. Okay. So the first attack won't hit, but the second attack does, and you smack it one with a hoof.
Okay.
This poor owlbear has a bad time.
We can make some owlbear jerky.
Then it's Nightshine. Go for it. So, at firing it at lightning, right?
Wait, what are you doing to lightning?
No, I'm joking. Alright, so 9 damage to the final owlbear. Anything else? Milk.
Milk Thistle gets this big smile on his face as he casts a spell. Speaking in Infernal, he's going to cast Grasping Corpse on the owlbear that was slain. And it is going to stand up and shamble over to the other owlbear and grapple it. And the way this works is I need to roll a CMB. It's going to be my caster level plus my my wisdom modifier.
You would find at this moment in time that spell did not have any effect.
Because it's incapacitated, not dead.
Correct.
Milk Thistle's face turns into anger as he sees this. But that would be his turn.
I thought you were a doctor.
Why on earth would you think something so foolish? Of course not.
This owlbear seems to fly into a rage. If it could rage, it probably would. And goes and attacks you, Alexandrite. And you're stood there. So, well, that floor misses. Second floor. And then the bite attack.
Yeah, those both hit.
It's not looking to grapple you, it's just basically trying to tear you apart.
Alright.
For 18 damage for the 2 hit. Lightning.
Yeah. Just. Beep. Up. Up. Let me get that sneak attack. Stabby, stabby. Oh, does that hit?
Does.
Oh, wait, that hits flat footed.
It's not flat-footed, but do you included flanking?
I have not included flanking.
So it's another +2, so that will hit.
Alrighty. 18 damage.
Good roll.
9. It will collapse.
Yeah, okay, maybe I should just stick to the rapier. Let's kill these fucking things.
Milk Thistle trots of all things. He's actually trotting. Goes up to the first there. Looks it over. Is it still breathing?
That is a heal check, technically, but... oh, wait, no, that's only to stabilize. Yes, this one is still breathing.
Milk Thistle takes out his dagger, and he runs it across the thing until its trachea and jugulars are slit right open.
I mean, we could have just We could try taming them, training them to be ours.
Not this one. This one belongs to me.
Oh.
That would be obviously killing it.
Bad bedfellows? She smirks a little bit.
No, this one just frustrated me. One of my favorite spells failed to work on it, and that was just beyond frustrating.
That's why I more rely on spells when I don't have a weapon on me. I prefer to use my spells for a more utility matter than a killing matter.
Well,
I mean, I do have defensive spells on me just in case.
Well, that's precisely what I intended to do, but my spell failed because it was still technically alive.
Well, that's why we throw fire. That's why Nightshine throws fireballs. He always throws them just a little bit too early, though. Nightshine, you should always wait for an opportune moment to fire. Ha ha.
With the owlbears dead, you can obviously breathe a sigh of relief after combat.
Well, there's obviously something here.
Alexandrite, how are you feeling?
I could use a rest.
It seems we found something of interest here.
Milk Thistle's
Finally
going
come across a
to
clearing in this place.
Milk Thistle's going to search both of the owlbears' bodies, see if there's anything on them that could be useful.
You don't find anything like possessions or anything like that, but they do appear to be wearing collars of sorts, and there is basically like an identification tag, very crudely put on there.
Oh, look at this. We managed to kill someone's pets.
Oh.
Nightshine, would you see if these collars are magical?
They are not magical.
What do the name tags say? And Spot.
I did and about that, but no.
Mittens.
No, I've not gone that bad.
Mr. Fluffy
Snowball.
Bottoms.
One.
Sir Reginald Cumberbatch.
No, one is called Rocky, and the other one is called
What's the other one's name?
Ebony. Put spelling in.
Yvonne.
Ebony.
Oh, Ebony.
Ebony. Oh, sorry, that pronunciations.
Ebony.
Oh,
which
now
one
there's
is the one
definitely
that's
something
neck
here.
of?
Sorry, what was that?
Sorry.
Which one was the neck I sliced open?
That would have been the second name.
Ebony. Such a terrible name for a pet. I'm glad you're dead.
Do you realize what this is? They have name tags. They have collars. Something's here. Something modern, even.
Nightshine, you did mention that owlbears are usually combined by try to keep them pets and even yeah. When you did your knowledge nature check, didn't you mention that there's some pets or even guards?
So these things have been raised here. Can I roll something to identify their age?
Yeah.
Perception?
Knowledge nature.
Knowledge nature? Do you know how old these owlbears are?
Knowledge arcana is also a possibility.
Oh, Arcana? I'll give
Because
that a
technically
shot.
they come under arcana. They do seem young.
Do we know like an exact age or?
Probably just early adulthood. So they're full size, but they are young.
What is the age range of an owlbear?
Surprisingly enough, I don't think they give you that on their information.
Yeah, I wish they would, because then I could realize if they're 50 or not.
I would say in age categories they are young adults.
These things have been they're about young adults. There's something here. Let's search around this area while Alexandrite rests up.
Well, I'm through all my healings for today. So.
What about the stick?
Yeah, I could use a stick.
You can rest. I'm going to be taking a 20 on this area.
Milk Thistle's going to roll perception as well. Is there anything in this area, a shack or some kind of construction equipment?
Wait, would we be allowed to take 20?
Yeah, I can't. You'll be spending a bit of time
Yeah.
really carefully. So you'll be like spending say half an hour doing a search
Yeah.
of the area and stuff.
Well, Milk Thistle's just sort of taking a quick look.
Yeah, quick look is you just straight roll. With the quick roll, let's have a quick look here. 19. How far? I think you rolled. Oh no, you've. I see what you did there. I was wondering why, if it was a 1, why didn't it show up as red? Okay. You come across that. Pretty much those. Dealt with those. Okay, so finding object. Okay, you were quite sure you can see signs of smoke coming a little further north east of this position.
So over in this direction?
I will double check where you're looking in 2 secs when I'm back on there after determined things. Well, yes, that sort of direction.
All right, I'll point that out to the party. We appear to have some smoke rising in that.
Oh, damn. Do you want me to go check quickly?
I was going to say we should probably all check while the fire's hot, as it said.
Yeah. Lightning will immediately rush ahead, flying into the
Maybe do it carefully. We are going up against a likely powerful wizard.
I'll be sneaky. Actually, yeah.
How far ahead would you like to be from the group?
How far away is the fire exactly?
Not the question I asked. How far away would you like to be from the group?
I will be around 30 feet, 40 feet ahead, keeping them at least movement action away.
Okay, so I mean that's close enough where it won't really matter too much.
Yeah.
Alright, so please gather around the cart so I can grab hold of your icons in one day.
Alright, where's the cart? Oh, there's the cart.
We're not going to skin the owlbears.
Not yet.
We could bring their corpses with us.
No, I would just shove them on the mule. 2 large sizes? I know the mule is like maybe carrying stuff, but that's a lot.
How long does enlarge Fey last? 5 minutes, okay. You'll probably be shrinking as you reach where the smoke was coming from.
Alright.
So I will shrink you.
Same thing with bull strength. It only lasts 5 minutes.
Okay, so just as you are hitting this alternative area, you... Oh. Damn you, aligned to grid.
Wait, cliffhanger.
No, we still have 5 hours left.
I was expecting you to say, no, we're nowhere near cliff. Alright, I'm going to bring you...
To be fair, if it wasn't my game, I wouldn't mind.
As you move into an area, you would be able to see a cottage of sorts that is clearly built out of natural materials, and it's almost like you see a shrine covered in flowers over here,
What is this?
and that is where we will pause it for this session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Before we go, what time of day is it?
You are probably getting on for almost end of sort of day. You would consider sort of starting to look down and potentially rest within the next 30 to 40 minutes type of thing.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Okay.
you've got a few hours before night would set in.
Okay.
If that's the case, then I'm going to quickly get some temporary HP with my Daystone.
Stomp the floor as you enter my house. All right.
All right. Good sesh.
Well, I
Okay.
hope you guys had fun.
Beat up some owlbears.
Yeah, we killed someone's pets.
They had it coming. They attacked us first.
I swear it, this is steel prism in this house.
Sorry about your owlbears.
Oh.
All right.
I did thoroughly enjoy Murderous Command. That was the absolute best outcome that could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
I have definitely enjoyed using that one as well as a Cleric of Blades.
It has come through for us.
Oh no, you've basically confirmed that dog died. I just saw that one dog we left in the desert that was unconscious.
Oh.
It's in the
Oh, yeah.
graveyard.
It didn't get raised by the zebras.
Why didn't the zebras save it?
They were hungry. They needed to eat.
That's it, I'm definitely killing that zebra next time I see him.
You're going John Wick on it.
It was sacrificed.
It's a shame 2 of my spells failed. They would have been very helpful.
Yeah. I mean, you can't win them all, I suppose.
No.
I need to tell Yosh that when I see him.
What's that?
He just gets really salty whenever something doesn't right for him. Yeah, it's okay though.
Yeah, some people are a bit like that, but I'm always one of those ones where it's, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but we did accomplish.
I get a little bit like that if like constantly thing after thing doesn't work, but you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just going to thank the stream if it's still going for joining us for today's session. We did miss a little bit at the beginning where Alexandrite was talking to a mysterious voice, but perhaps it hopefully won't be too much. They did talk about it an awful lot after. Gave you an idea what happened. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And hopefully you'll join us next time, where we'll see what this mysterious cottage is all about.
See ya.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.